Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to my live on this Thursday. I'm going to give it a little bit of time before I start so anyone coming in can join. Just testing everything, and I will get started. So, again, make sure I have everything set. We'll get started. So, again, make sure I have everything set. All right. All right, good. Thank you. So, as everyone can see, the article that I posted in my Instagram and my YouTube. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up on my screen. So, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So, everyone come in, just let me know where you're from or whatnot. But, you can let me know where you're from. Are you a new subscriber or what? So, like I said, I appreciate any new subscribers, any current subscribers, and let me know if you're enjoying the content. But again, my name is Dr. Patrick Dix, and I talk about automation. One of the things is I have been talking about automation since 2018. I started to research. That's when I actually started to research it. But in 2017 is when I started to write my dissertation on it. And in 18 is when I really started to blow the alarm when I was uncovering articles. And I'm going to be honest, many people I talked to really, looked at me as if I didn't know what I was talking about. And we all now see the news that just came out about the amount of jobs that are going to be eliminated. And I want to talk to people about this, to my audience, and to my. I'm gonna go to another place. Make sure the article is better. So, again, yes. Oh, thank you to Natural Saver. Yes, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my Instagram and you subscribe to my YouTube. I have another video dropping tomorrow. Every week I drop a video about every Friday. And the one tomorrow is going to be about its receipt time in life. What do your receipts show? I just have to upload it. Everything is ready. So the focus of pretty much this stream, I wanted to talk about this while this was hot. I know everybody has saw this in the news about Goldman Sachs. Hold up. That popped up. We know about that. I saw that before I started. Yeah. So Goldman Sachs right here is talking about 300 jobs lost to automation. And if you have been following me or you've seen me on Erica's channel, a lot of the streams we do or any of the guests Erica has on the channel is talking about this issue. And I have, pretty much pleaded and begged people to say, hey, I wrote a dissertation on them automating everything in South Carolina. The same things that are going to happen in South Carolina are going to happen in the rest of the world. And I hope yesterday was an eye-opening experience for everyone. No matter what kind of job you work, this is where we are headed. And the focus of artificial intelligence and automation, and you have deep learning and those aspects, is to do more with less. So if you are one of those people that work in a repetitive job, and when I say repetitive, I mean your job is basically doing boom, 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 boom. That is repetitive. I list that in my dissertation as a simple task job. Basically, anyone can do your job. They can find somebody off the street. So I want to talk to the listeners and let them know the days of getting This, oh crap. Let me find out. The days of getting a simple job are over and saying, I'm going to work a simple job with no education and I'm going to be able to make a livable wage. Those days are over. If you do not have a skill set or have not been to school or have not returned to school, your life is in jeopardy. There's no other way to say it. And when I say your life is in jeopardy, you will not have a job in the future. And by 2030, majority of this stuff is going to be set in stone. I talked with a friend of mine, and they were talking to me about they work at the Mercedes dealership. They have a family member. And even at the Mercedes dealership, where they service cars, Mercedes is working on eliminating people. They're trying to find out a way to where they can have you pull up, it scans the car, and they don't need as many techs as they need. I don't know if y'all been around or have been going to places, fast food places. A lot of retail places don't have people. Those are the places to where automation will be the priority for everything. Oh, hey, Aaliyah S. Yeah, automation will be priority. If you're at a convenience store, I just want everybody to think about this. Convenience stores are going to be cashierless. It's coming to where you're not going to go in there. You're going to go in there and get your food. And if you get alcohol, they're going to use facial recognition and software. But otherwise, they're going to have certain gas stations to where you just get gas from them. Because I don't know if y'all know this, being a gas service attendant is a very, very dangerous job because people come in all times of the night. They rob, they shoot these people. People are trying to make a wage. So you know how you fix that problem? You get rid of them and you automate it. You want to buy something out of the vending machine or you want to get some soda? We'll make it to where you get it out of a vending machine out of there. And, you'll still have the full selection, but you're on like 100 cameras walking around the store. So somebody will say, well, they'll steal. I said, okay, why would you steal when the software has picked up your facial recognition? I said, how they have it now, they can tie it to a database. People that are on the run, they can get a warrant out for you. So those jobs, retail, fast food, certain office jobs, to the men and women out there. I even talked to people that are in HR. If y'all know people in HR is going to be fully automated. They don't need HR people. I don't even know why people still go to school to get a HR degree. And I'm going to pull up the article on that. But the thing right now is you should be focusing on a blue collar field, HVAC, electricians, construction, plumbers, landscaping, etc. Even the people in the blue collar fields are going to have to retrain and learn some type of computers or some type of technology because many of the devices they use have some form of computers in them. But when it comes to the white collar jobs, you're going to civil engineers, you're going to have your electrical engineers, you're going to have your environmental engineers. This is it. Those are pretty much it. You're going to have researchers, you're going to have analysts, you're going to have subject matter experts that actually can tell you how the software works. If you're not in science or math, I think I saw Erica posted this, and this is true. Science and math are the future. If you're not in science, math, or a blue collar field, you're not going to have a job in the future. And I forgot about you have to be in healthcare. So your doctors, your nurses, your engineers, your computer people that actually know how the software works, your SMEs, your artificial intelligence people. Even though much of this software can do things, somebody has to be there when it breaks. Remember that. That's where you can come in at. You could be the repair person. You could be the subject matter expert. But you're not going to get around. You're not going to ever get around by having a low wage skill set, thinking you're going to make a lot of money. PPP loans are gone forever. I'll take that back. PPP loans are gone. All that money is dried up. I want people, you could write this in the chat. Think about the family and friend. Think about the family and friends you know. Many people thought it was a game from 2020 to 2022, part of 23. I don't see people taking flights like that anymore. The people that have money right now are the actual people that have a skill set and are contributing to society. You notice how you used to see all the four-wheelers when the pandemic started, used to see people on ATVs and traveling. People just don't have money anymore. This is the real game. That's why my video tomorrow, it's receipt time in life, is very, very timely right now, because we have a lot of people out here just playing games. So I listed some of the jobs that you should go into and some of the things that are not going to be here. Now, when it's talking 300 million jobs, it's talking about 300 million jobs across the world. So we could say 150 million jobs in the United States and 150 in Europe. So even with what's going on now, with all the political stuff, this is a very, very serious problem. And some of the steps I've listed will help you overcome those. You can also book a consultation with me to help out. But the main thing I want you to remember is, with people not working and people wanting high wages, I list that in my research, there are going to be problems. I don't know if y'all know this, but the birth rate is actually very, very low. We're going to have a 15 plus year work gap. There is going to be a labor shortage for a very long time. Because once all the baby boomers retire or, go home to glory, as they call it, there's going to be nobody to replace them. My parents had 3 kids. The average person on my mom or dad's side had 3 plus children, 2 plus children. I just want y'all to think about this. In a setting, if there are 5 baby boomers, there used to be more than 5 people to replace them. So if you're at a facility or wherever you work, if there's 5 baby boomers that retire, you might have 3 people to replace them. And there's going to be 2 unfilled roles. A, they're either going to try to get those people to come back, or B, they're not going to fill their roles. And I want you to think about when that problem magnifies times 100 plus thousand. That could be in my area. That could be in your area. What are we going to do in the rest of the United States? That's the labor shortage. That's why this kind of technology, the AI, with the announcement of the 300 plus million jobs can be automated. When I say companies got caught with their pants down. They never will let that happen again. You've heard me say that on interviews, and I talk to people about that personally. Companies will never, ever get caught with their pants down again. They will never cease production. Companies never want it to where you actually can have control over them to say, you're not coming to work. That's not going to ever happen again. That's why I'm trying to forewarn people and give people, that's why I try to help people out. Yes. Aaliyah says things have definitely changed. I see child-free women content more on YouTube. Yes, people are not having kids. I'm 38 years old, y'all, and I don't have kids. Y'all know how many men and women I know in their 30s, 40 years old don't have children? Yes. Everybody has their reasons why, but, people are just not having kids like they used to. So right here, it's a prediction that the share of work exposed to automation could be as much as 35% and only based on generative AI. So I'm pretty sure y'all know this. AI is an upfront investment, but on a downturn, it's a huge return on investment. Let's say you invest $200 million. 200 million is an awfully lot. Let's say you invest $15 million to fully automate your facility in 2023. 2024, you don't make any money. 2025, you lay people off. You see the numbers go up. 2026, the numbers go up. 2027, they get it right. In about 5 or 6 years, your $15 million has turned to 45 million. And now 45 million can double to 90 million because you've done that in multiple facilities. The question is going to be is, what do you do with the useless people? There are going to be a lot of useless people. I've done a stream on that. Check out my other streams. America and the rest of the world is going to be full of very, very useless people. The problem is going to be, what do you do with them? And I know people are going to say, well, they'll come up with universal based income. Who are they going to tax for you to sit at your house and get paid to do nothing? You're not going to be able, I repeat that, that's all broken English. You're not going to be able to sit at your house and get paid to do nothing. I don't care if you're white, black. I don't care if you're LGBT. I don't care if you're heterosexual. I don't care if you're heterosexual. I don't care if you're part of either community, transgender. The days of sitting at home doing nothing are coming to an end. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you in this world we're living in. Nobody. And yep, that's what I do for a living, doing. Yep. And yeah, somebody sent me a picture of a video a while ago of a driverless forklift. It's all robotic. You know how people used to have a forklift license? People. When I say people, I'm talking about all genders. This stuff is very serious. Um, y'all don't have to listen to me. You saw the announcement yesterday, and I'll tell everybody: keep playing games with this kind of technology. What's going to happen is the people that do not prepare will not have a job, and you are not going to be able to retrain. Because I told y'all know who is filling the classrooms up now? It's immigrants. Majority of my students at certain schools are immigrants from other countries, and they work harder and they're willing to learn. You're going to have to compete with them. Not only are you going to have to compete with them, you're going to have to compete with your own people. You're going to have to compete with men. You're going to have to compete with women. You're going to have to compete with a lot of people. So why not take the opportunity right now to stick your head in the ground and get something done? And when you stick your head up out the ground, you can have a good life. I always tell folks, sacrifice in your 20s and 30s to where your 40s, 50s, and 60s can be easier. There is no way I should be working just as hard at 38 as I did when I was at Walmart at 26 years old, about in 2009 and 10. There is no way I should have to work that hard. And I know some people may not want to hear that, but hey, if you made bad choices, some people deserve to be in the situation they're in. But the thing is, you have to acknowledge it. Everybody in this world now wants to have a cushion. There is no more cushion. People want people to just be all soft with people. You are a bum. You need to get your life together. There is no other way to say it. You can play around. I tell folks, continue to play around and watch all the YouTube videos on how to get women. Watch the YouTube videos on nonsense. By the time you wake up, the world is going to pass you by and you won't have anything. That's all I tell folks. Continue to play around with life all you want to. I'm continuing to evolve and make myself better. And I want the people that I help out to learn and say, why am I being pushed so hard? Because as you get older, your life should get easier, not stressful. So while 46% of jobs in administration will be affected by AI, they predict only 6%. Whoever wrote this article, they separated the percent. So I want y'all to see that nearly half of jobs in administration are gone. I don't know if y'all remember this, but back in the day, women could be an administrative assistant and men used to be administrative assistant. There used to be temp agencies that required people to do that. No, they have Microsoft O365 that can do everything. AA can do. A analyst is obsolete. File work. Remember, they used to have people work in the mail room. Big facilities had the mail room. You know what eliminated that? Email. And I always talk about I even talk about in my video about the horseless carriage. That was the original name of the car. And people that did not move forward with the car actually became obsolete. Yeah. So you could put in the chat, if you want to become obsolete, let me know. Or if you want to evolve, let me know. You don't want to be without a job. I continuously on my streams and everything show y'all how life is changing and how if you don't have the correct skill set, you will be obsolete. Even Elon Musk, Andrew Yang, and Steve Wozniak, I think I said his name correctly. Steve Wozniak is the guy that started Apple with Steve Jobs. I think it was him and 1,000. They have 1,100 other signatures. They're trying to pause the development of the Chat GPT because the people are advancing it so fast to where they're going to become obsolete. Mankind can become obsolete. That's not what I saw. That's what I read. And I'll show y'all the article. So the investment banking that 18% of work globally could be computerized. You could tell somebody in a foreign country wrote that because y'all know over here that will be a Z. One of those letters will be a Z. And I've been expressing that for the last couple of years. Here we go right here. Administrative workers and lawyers. Y'all remember the article I showed y'all about the article about the lawyer automating everything. Yeah, that's completely true, Nikki. They are trying to say the destruction of so many white collar jobs. I agree with them pausing it because there are so many people that depend on white collar and blue collar jobs, but many white collar jobs that actually help society move forward, like engineers, healthcare workers, and all those types of people. Yeah, we don't want this AI to be thinking it's already became self-aware, and we don't want it to get even worse and make things worse for people. So they're going to have to pause it. Yeah, a lot of people know we're not ready for what's about to happen. I'm trying my best to prepare people. So I'm going to show some of the comments in a second. The labor market could face significant disruption. So in the US and Europe, if y'all don't know this too, the yen, the Chinese dollar, is working its way to becoming the superior currency in the world. If y'all haven't read up on that, the yen. Yes, the U.S. dollar is not holding the strength it used to. It costs more money to breed right now. Make jokes about that with people, but it costs a lot of money just to breed. So I want everyone to take heed to what's going on. You still have time to prepare, but the windows eventually are going to start to close. So jobs at risk. We talked about the 46. Yep, legal jobs. So lawyers, which we kind of have too many of those anyway, but it's a whole different conversation. But you have your legal jobs like paralegals and everything. So what is the stuff that when I'm on Erica's channel, what we talking about? Y'all ever heard I think it's a guy on Erica's channel will talk about starting a cleaning business. Maintenance. I've mentioned maintenance. I just mentioned it a little while ago. You have to learn how the machines work to fix them. Installation and repair and construction jobs. AI cannot clean. Yeah, they have these little robots that'll go around in the office and do maintenance. It cannot install a network system. It cannot build a house. Yes, it can print it, but somebody has to learn how to repair these types of things. Physically intensive professions like construction. I mentioned construction earlier, but construction workers are going to have to go back and retrain to learn how to use computer systems to make their job easier, because now they do like leveling and all that stuff. They used to have like the yarn and stuff. They do a lot of that stuff with lasers. So I'm going to go to the article with Elon Musk and AI to show y'all exactly what they call the disruption of society. Yeah. Elon Musk, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, I think I said his name correctly, and even Andrew Yang. So they call for AI labs to pause that can compete with. So basically, this stuff can be stronger than humans. So this one of the articles, yeah. Should we automate away all the jobs, including fulfilling ones? Should we develop non-human minds? Should we risk loss of our control of our civilization? That's exactly what Nikki brought up in there. They're talking about eliminating everything. No, every job should not be eliminated. I'm for automation on like very dangerous jobs. There are some jobs people should not be doing, like radioactive stuff, certain construction jobs to where workers get crushed. No, if we can automate some of that to help make things safer, it is better. So that's why they're throwing in the red flag and not red flag, the peace treaty to say, hey, we want to stop right here. So ChatGPT had amassed 100 million monthly active users only 2 months into its launch. Even with a lot of the school stuff I do, y'all, they're going to have to slow down with it, because now you're getting students that that are really not are not motivated to learn, that are trying to take the cheap way out. So I talked a lot about that. I am not going to talk your head off. We're going to talk about the birth rate, which automation, low birth rate, which is going to lead to um so this is even from CB News right here. I want to just show y'all how automation is going to impact this. U.S. birth rates drop as women wait to have babies. So so right here, and fertility, with most women having an average of 1.3 babies, an increasing percentage giving birth at 35. Yeah, there are a lot of women I know that are waiting until after 35 to have children. So according to the report from 2015 to 2019, 56% of women had at least one child. As of 2019, birth rates have continued to increase for women age. Y'all know a couple of 30 years ago, 40 years ago, women 15 to 49 had at least 3 to 4 children. So that's very, very low. And, you know, most people now have 1 or 2 kids. That's it. So I was talking about earlier, this creates a very, very severe labor shortage, because you don't have enough people to replace the people that are going to pass on or retire. That's an article. So yeah, let's talk about labor shortage. Yeah. Yeah, it is true, Aaliyah. Hold on, I just saw an article. This is the U.S. Chamber is understanding America's labor shortage. So, y'all, we already have a labor shortage, and they are going to automate certain things. So let's see what industries. Deep dive, upskilling and reskilling our workforce. Y'all, that's the same stuff I always talk about, retraining. They just said it in different terms. We're going to have to be retrained for new jobs. Food service and hospitality. What's the big thing about this right here? Both of these can be automated. Hiring rate has outpaced quitting rates that continuously. Leisure and hospitality, 1 million workers. So in January, they lost 1 million workers in hospitality. Y'all know now certain hotels have kiosks to where you check in online. Companies are trying to force you to go to automation. When we say that, the self-checkout aisles, why do y'all think after a certain period of time in a grocery store, there's no cashiers there? You don't want to go. I'm going to be honest. Many people may not like automation, but they don't really have any choice. They're going to force you to go to automation. And when I say force, I just meant, force you to use the self-checkout. And we already have people staying out of the workforce. So we already had a lot of people not even working, period. Some of these articles are not true. So industries most affected by the labor shortage. I see help wanted signs everywhere I go, y'all. No, I don't. Nearly 3 years in the pandemic, let's see when this article was written. January. It's pretty recent. We are short 3.5 million workers. That's just like some of the school systems, y'all, are missing kids. Yeah, I'm going to read. So I see some very good comments. Workforce development. And y'all know there are areas to where people don't think workforce development. How America really is going to have to really get back to the focus. They're going to really have to get rid of the old way of doing things. The old way of just the way we train people is so obsolete. So here's the areas: transportation. Labor shortages are plaguing the transportation. That's why they're trying to come up with driverless cars and driverless trucks. Y'all see the catalyst for automation? Truck drivers, warehouse personnel automated, skilled technicians. That's one of the things they could not automate. Public transit workers. Most public transit stuff, unless it's a bus, and I could see a lot of places are just going to go to one of the automated systems. But when you have, like, if you anybody that lives up north, like, has the MTA, the Metropolitan Transit Authority. When I went to see my cousins up in New York, most of that stuff, we had a bus driver, but y'all, in the future, they're going to automate that. Most of those people are in the unions up there. The logistics positions are down 3,000 and 4,000 jobs this time last year. Let's see what other areas it's talking about. Healthcare. We don't have a lot of nurses. I could tell y'all why we don't have a lot of nurses. Most nurses are burned out. Most people are tired of seeing people die. If you ask them, it's a stressful job. I don't know how long I could be a nurse if every shift or every month somebody had to die in my care. I don't care if how strong you are, a man or a woman. That is very emotionally depleting. I don't know if I could actually do that. I like, a lot of stuff, but watching people die and stuff, that's emotional. You watch somebody take their last breaths and I know in my parents' past, watching them take their last breaths, it is a very, very emotional thing to watch people take their last breaths on earth. I only had to see that happen twice. But imagine you're seeing it happen 7-8 times a year. Eventually you're going to get up out of the field. So, radiology technicians, sonographers, dental hygienists, you can't automate that. Nobody can read some of the x-ray equipment. Physical therapists can't automate that. Nope. Those are some fields right there. You can go training at a 2-year school. You don't have to even get a 4-year degree, and you can make good money on those. Burnout. Yeah. Retail trade. Retail, I always talk about retail is going to be automated. Retail employment has fallen by $62,000. Not $62,000, 62,000 people. That's why most retailers are forcing people to order stuff online. I fix on my own cars, and most of the parts they have to order. They don't really, y'all know, back in the day, a parts store had everything just sitting around. They kind of like, if you took any kind of some of the Lean Six Sigma, I think it's Japan came up with the JIT just in time. One of those things was one of the metrics they used. I remember doing that in my graduate class, learning about how that worked. Not to have supply, but okay, well, it's just about to run out. Let's replenish it. So those are the types of jobs that are going. So right here, y'all see right here, National Association of Manufacturers. So if you work in manufacturing, this is from 2021. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? 2.1 million by 2030. Fully automated. You know how we fix that problem? We just automate everything. I've had family members and people that work in a manufacturing facility. 1, it messes up your body. 2, it messes up I'm gonna describe it. It messes up your back. It messes up your knees walking on that concrete. And just remember, doing that repetitive motion all the time, your muscles, and you're doing that 8 to 10 hours a day. And then in my local area, when I was younger, these people were maybe 8 hours a day, y'all. They only had it by law. They only had to have a lunch 10-minute break every 2 hours or an hour or so. And you do all that work. And I'll never forget this. The people, you will know they worked at the plant, they would have like their safety glasses on their head, right? They got a 30-minute lunch break. And the people had to rush to eat all their food. Tell me how miserable that is. Who in the hell would want to go through that? I just want somebody to think about that. Yes. You working, that company is making millions of dollars for you. You know how to get people too. You can get all the overtime you want to. Okay, overtime puts you in another tax bracket. Yeah, Aaliyah, it is awful, but that is very true. I know many of the older people on here, if they've done it, they could vouch for that. They've known people, they only get a 30-minute lunch break for working 8 hours a day. And half the time, the supervisors I've heard were assholes. I've never worked in a manufacturing facility. I'll tell y'all this. When I got fired from my job in 2011, I'll never forget this. If anybody has ever ate at Sonic, there is a place. This is the place that make the nuggets, the nugget ice. If you ever got the nugget ice from Sonic, this is the place, Scotsman Ice Systems. They had a place in Allendale, South Carolina. I know I'm sound very country, but that's the name of the place. And I know some of the people on here from South Carolina know heard of Allendale. This is the place that made the nugget ice at Sonic. I will never forget in my whole life. This was in September. What's this? This probably was September 2011 because I got fired, y'all, August 24, 2011, and they let me get paid until September 2011. I never forget walking back there. I have never felt heat like that. The people were getting paid $8 an hour, and to the younger folks on here, $8 an hour was a lot of money back in 2011 because I got paid $8.50 to work at Walmart part-time to change oil on cars. You have people making $320 a week minus taxes, bringing home 280. 280 times 4 is about 1,020. Y'all don't quote me. About 1,020 a month around injection molding. If anybody has ever been around plastic and injection molding, it is very hot. And the people were back there doing injection molding on these machines right here, Scotsman Ice. Yeah, they made the nugget ice for Sonic. And the people say, yeah, we make most of the machines for Sonic. So that cute little nugget ice came from Sonic, came from Scotsman Ice System. So y'all saw the price of one of these machines. So sales for the commercial product probably is about $30,000-$40,000 because then they got to pay to get it installed and the filters and everything. Yep. Let's see. Oh, it's still down there, y'all. Fairfax. This is it right here, y'all. Fairfax, South Carolina. Anybody from South Carolina, you know exactly Fairfax. Yep. I'll never forget this place. And they still open. And they probably, and if y'all don't know this about South Carolina, Allendale County is the poorest county in the whole in South Carolina. It's 46 counties. Also, Allendale County is in the top 50 top poorest counties in the whole United States. It's Marion County and there's Allendale County. So that tells you how they screw the people over down there, paying them $10 to $11 an hour. The reason I went to that article, I saw the manufacturing gap, the manufacturing stuff. Yep, interviews. So they're lacking a lot of skilled labor. So there's already 570,000 jobs they haven't added back at the end of 2020. We have to remember, who in the hell wants to work in a manufacturing facility and get paid $12 or $13 an hour? Certain ones down here pay a lot more money, but y'all have to think about you have to think about the problem. So right here, this is a reputable source. This is the national, what is it? Let me see what it stands for. I just looked at it. National manufacturers. Y'all know I can't remember what the A. So this is a reputable source. 77% of manufacturers say they're going to have difficulties attracting and retraining talent in 2021 and beyond. We are in 2023. I hear automation coming. If you work in one of those facilities, you have family members, they need to retrain. They will not have a job. You know what's going to replace them? Y'all see these guys right here look like they with robotics. You see this right here? The future of the workforce. The reason I talk about manufacturing, because manufacturing is a staple in the United States. The future of manufacturing depends on building a workforce. This is manufacturing right here. This young lady working in a lab doing QA analysis. So I'm going to go through some comments, but I'm telling y'all, this is it. Here we go right here. Good evening. Ellisville, Mississippi. Thank you, the natural saver. That's why I do the content. Hi from Aaliyah. Things have changed. Yep. I was talking about that earlier. Child-free women on YouTube and men. Company gets capital investments. Yep. Depreciation of assets. That's something if you take a grad class, so you can go learn about this. They're able to write off the depreciation of their machines and vehicles and lower their taxable income. This is a key comment right here. Comment when it's wisdom. That's what I do for a living, doing program and project work on IT automated manufacturing lines of warehouses. If you're still in here, what state are you in? I would like to see. Yep. The competition is up. Yep. I forgot what Aaliyah S just said, the Ukrainians. Y'all forgot the United States is allowing all the not all, but they're allowing many Ukrainians to come here. And y'all know they're going to give them, they're going to grant them asylum, and they're going to give them a job. So eventually, y'all know what's going to happen too. American citizens are going to find either the male Ukrainians or the female Ukrainians, and they're going to marry them, and they're going to reproduce. So now you're going to have a half American citizen, half Ukrainian citizen. It's going to happen. Nick, exceptional conversations with Nikki. Yes, so true about the administrative jobs going away. Yes. This used to be a staple for everyone. The administrative jobs, you can get into a company and start in, but that's not the case anymore. I want to evolve. Denise Joe, yeah, 28. Yeah, I want everyone to continue to evolve. I want everyone to, listen to my content. When I'm on Erica's show, I'm gonna be on Erica's show. We're gonna do a live stream on this again, the 11th of April. I text her today about it, and we're gonna talk about it too on her channel to get it to even a wider audience. Yes, that's what they were trying to do, Nikki. Steve Wozniak and Elon Musk. I was texting someone earlier when Elon Musk is concerned, y'all know him. It's pretty serious if he's concerned about it. No, we're not ready for that. Nope. Let's see. Miss KP Bailey, peace. Yep, Japan really does have a very low birth rate. Y'all know China had it back in the day due to the population. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but back in the day, China used to I think at one time you can only have boys or girls, and you had to abort. I think it was something like that. Or a woman can only have a family can only have 2 children. It was some crazy rule, and they lifted that. Wow, that's true for hotels. Yep. Yeah, every hotel has a kiosk. In Aaliyah, they're going to force you to say, check in online, check in online. Now they don't have all those people. People at the front desk of a hotel are usually there to give you a toothbrush, if you forget it, little minor things, nothing major at all. Yeah, 1 child rule. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Nikki. Heck, at Kroger in my area, 9 a.m., they only have self-checkout. They'll help you, but they don't have any other option. Yep, and some of those people do not want to help you out. The only reason y'all would self-checkout, they have somebody around in case somebody's coming to buy alcohol. I've bought alcohol before, and somebody has to verify it. But eventually, you're going to be able to show your face, and you're going to show your ID. You're going to use facial recognition, and that's it. Or you're going to scan your ID. I've heard about this common wisdom. Yeah, they did lower the age from 21 to 18. Y'all know they're going into high schools, getting girls and boys that want to drive trucks when they're in the 11th to 12th grade, because most of the truckers are retiring and we don't have anybody to replace them. I don't know if y'all know, back in the day, that was the thing. If you could do nothing else, you would drive trucks, and you could make a good living. Because most people, what they did, they started off long distance and then they came home every night. That's trucker talk. They did long distance and then they came home every night or every other night. Or they did reefer trailers, which is refrigeration trailers and stuff, or the flatbeds. Because the flatbeds, y'all, they got paid a lot of money to haul flatbeds, but doing flatbeds is very dangerous because whatever you're holding, if y'all ever ride down the road and see the flatbed, you'll see that big toolbox. That way it's at least something stopping to block it before it comes through the cab and kills somebody. So yeah, flatbed pays more money, but it's very dangerous. AI, yeah, breast cancer. That's I didn't know about the engineering cannabis. Yep, that's some of the reasons with AI to help out with cancers. They used it for the vaccines and all the other stuff too. Yeah, working crazy hours too. Yep, Nikki knows about that too. We all know people. I don't know anybody that worked in a manufacturing plant who lasted a long time or their body didn't fail on them or they have poor health because you're eating. Okay, you don't get a chance to eat no sub and then gobbling down food like that. You gobbling it down, you standing up. Your only pleasure mainly was to be able to flirt with men and women and then get numbers. And I mean, both of y'all making $16 an hour to combine. I mean, what kind of life y'all gonna have? I've been telling people, Ukrainians, yep, it's all part of the process, y'all. Y'all listen to what Nikki telling you. I'm in Ohio. Yeah, Ohio is a big manufacturing area too. And wow. He says the plants I cover are 91 plants at 5 continents. So that's pretty tough already right there, y'all. And Nikki confirmed the one child rule in China. And they do make you check in online. That's what a lot of hotels are trying to do. I called her to a dealership today to try to talk to them about a car. They said, man, we only got 2 people over here answering the lines. Places cannot find people. And we are in a recession. I'm going to cover the last thing and then call it a night. Hotel is self-checking in there. Yeah, purchase toothbrush from the vending machine. Yeah, certain hotels are like that now. Convicted felons got hired for truck driving. Y'all know right now, they don't even care if you have a record as long as it's not for something serious. They need bodies for every job. I'm going to tell y'all this and say this. If people cannot find a job right now, it's because they are lazy and they're not looking. They are looking for bodies. There is no way, and I'll say this before, the United States is the most powerful country on earth, regardless of what we got going on. People throw babies over the border. People are willing to die to get to the United States. This is the most powerful country on earth. How in the hell you cannot make it in the United States? When I hear people say, I'm going to move somewhere else, where you going to move to? If you were sorry in the United States, you could be sorry in another country. And other countries do not have premier healthcare systems. They do not keep the power on. They don't have adequate water and supplies. I don't know if people really realize how blessed we are. If the power go out in the United States, what do? You pick up the phone and say, y'all better get the power on. Unless a storm knocked out the power or something else is not going on, the power is on. Go to a neighborhood and let the water not be coming. They're going to get the city crew to come in the middle of the night and fix the water main. Oh, we don't have enough food over here. The food truck is coming. I don't think we realize how blessed we are just to pick up the phone and say, why my stuff ain't here yet? My delivery ain't here. You could just walk out. You can go buy firearms. You can go buy food. You can go buy a Ferrari tomorrow if you can afford it. We are very, very blessed. I mean, y'all, a lot of people take it for granted. That's why people come over here and screw us times 50 and leave, because they realize y'all not taking advantages of it. Pamela S. Many Ukrainians are already trained in tech when they get here. Yeah, they already training them. I mean, you got all the immigrants, y'all, coming through the border in Texas. Y'all, I think it's about 1 million people that they came through. Where y'all think these 1 million people at? They're in every neighborhood, and they're trying to send them everywhere. This is your competition. And these people will fight like hell to not go back to where they are. Us over here, the Americans, we're like, man, I ain't worried about it. I get another job. These people over here, like, I'm going to create my own destiny. Yeah, Wayne Wallace, is very interesting times we're living in. There are 2 jobs for one every adult. Yep, and 3% unemployment. That's part of the problem why they're trying to raise the inflation rate. Y'all, we have too many people still working. But I'm going to just hate to say that. I'm going to just have to say it. I don't know if the rate is going to go up, but this is just how it's going to be. They're going to continue to add jobs. So, like I said, People don't want to work right now. There's a job for everybody. I mean, get out there and hustle. Yes, power cuts. People don't realize the luxury, even with law enforcement. Yep. In other countries, law enforcement here is forced to treat you with respect. Y'all ever saw the videos of the people over in Africa and in other countries? Oh, a matter of fact, turn on the news and go watch the protests in Paris over there, how the cops handling those folks. They call them, my cousin was a chief, they call them ass batons, the batons they hit people with. Man, y'all see how over there, how they're arresting and throwing those people around. In the U.S. over here, you can't do that. No matter what is going on. Look at the protests. They over there lighting stuff on fire because the chancellor, whatever his name is, raised the retirement age over there to 67. Yeah, and bribery. Yep. So regardless of what you see in the news, y'all, we are in a recession. I looked at the 2008 recession and I looked at the 2023 recession. We are in a recession. Even though layoffs are still happening in tech, I still tell folks it is still one of the best fields to go in. Y'all, the access to stuff I have and the amount of stuff I have done and financially secure to make money would not be possible unless I had my degrees and in the tech field. It is amazing what I can discover and do because of the analytical skill set. I was taught to when I was younger by my parents, and being in the tech field. It is so evolving. It is so much stuff to learn. There is stuff people talk to me about in the tech field I still don't know about that I'm trying to learn and grasp on. Yep. So the tech layoffs are here. They're not laying as many people off, but still find a sector of tech to where it is valuable and the skill set will be transferable. Oh, the finance field, much of this stuff can be done by machines and they don't really need people. So we are in a recession. The best thing I could tell y'all to do, financial guru or not, common sense thing to do is stop spending money you don't have. Number one, hell, how you gonna pay your debt down when you don't have no money? I've done past streams to where the damn average amount of the average rent is 2 stacks a month. So you got to think about it. If you only bringing in $50,000 a year and half of your rent is 50%, is 25,000, you're pretty much poor. That's why Erica, myself, all the YouTubers come on her channel always are trying to tell y'all, get you some side hustles, get you some investments, because you're not going to be able to make it off $50,000 a year. You're not. Things I tell folks. A, you're not going to make it with a bachelor's degree anymore. B, you're not going to be able to work a simple task job. C, you're not going to be able to just work and get up and think, oh, well, money is just going to fall out the sky. You're going to have to compete with all of the I'm gonna put this comment up, what Nikki wrote. To put this comment up, Peter Zahan, I think this is, has been talking about how there are millions of Eastern Europeans with first world educations ready to replace us. Yep, they're here to replace us. So I want y'all to think about this. You're competing with Europeans, you're competing with Ukrainians, you're competing with people from Africa, you're competing with people from Japan, you're people with China, and you're competing with the people here. You need, if you're a blue collar person, you're going to have your skill set and you're going to have to continue to, keep it up to date. White collar, you have to have your bachelor's and your master's. People can argue with me and I'm open to argue with people about that. You're going to have a master's degree to survive. Most job descriptions in the future or very soon are going to require a master's degree. A bachelor's degree now, y'all, is a high school diploma. You cannot get around with just having a bachelor's degree in 2023. When I graduated from state in 2010, most of my classmates said they ain't going to graduate school unless somebody paid for it. Y'all know what my ass did? I was in grad school in October 2010 and graduated in May 2014, driving to Webster, in Columbia, South Carolina, and at Fort Gordon and Fort Jackson. One night a week, working my programming job till I got fired. Even when I got fired, I still went driving on the dark ass roads from Columbia to the country town I live in now, while everybody else was getting fat and happy. I saw the vision down the line of the education I needed. That's why I'm trying to tell folks, vision is very powerful. I saw what you had to have to be competitive, and I took the risk and I went for it. That's what I'm telling y'all now. The world is about to get even more competitive. Stick your neck out there, take the risk, and go for it. I did not know was pull you out mission trip to Africa. Yeah, people in Africa do not have anything. When you're living in a straw hut and the ground is made of dirt, that's pretty. And they don't even have running. They don't even have water. Oh, over here, you got to get rid of the sewage. Y'all know in certain countries they just take the raw sewage and just throw it in the road, and then it contaminates everything. Been in recession for 2 years. Yep, we have been. Food stamp. Oh yeah. I'm glad Pamela B brought this up, y'all. They are ending the COVID-19 emergency in May. So food stamps have been cut. Y'all, a lot of people, before I answer your question, Dave, ending ending COVID emergency. They're gonna cut healthcare. Let's see. I talked about it in another stream. It's healthcare, the food stamps. So now if you want COVID testing, you want a lot of this other stuff. This might not be the right article. So it's expiring in mid-May. Let's go to that. I'll have to come back to that. So to what Pamela B is saying, here's the article right here, y'all. A family and means and for consider a monthly benefit. Yep. Tell for 281 as low as the $223 per month. So this means a family of four can see their monthly benefit cut by $328 a month. Yeah. This is 32 states, and I live in South Carolina. I know South Carolina is going to be one of those states because y'all know we gangster over here. We don't care. As long as you can keep your Mossberg and your Remingtons, that's all we care about over here in South Carolina. So 30 million people enrolled in the SNAP program. For those who don't know, it used to be EBT. The people used to say EBT stood for Eat Better Tomorrow, but it actually stands for Electronic Bank Transfer. So they call it SNAP now to seem more politically correct. So in March, which we're almost in April, a good bit of people's benefits are already cut. 32 states to cut. Oh, my bad. Oh, ended emergency allotment. So, maybe I was wrong. So y'all see all these states right here? All of these are ending in March. I don't know if y'all live in any of them, but y'all know I'm over here already ended. Okay, my state, they already ended it, South Carolina. So all these other states. So that means we're about to have even more poor people. And y'all know the South right here is considered very poor anyway. North Carolina is about to end them. So basically all the remaining states are about to end everything. So that means y'all see it right here, CBS News, from $281 to $23 a month. Because y'all know for the last 3 years, the United States cannot continue to carry the load on what they're doing. That's why we're in the recession. That's why we're in the having the issues we're having now. We have more than 40 million people on food stamps. And it's 6% higher. I don't know if y'all know this, but this is going to go higher than 40 million. We're going to have more than 40 million people on food stamps. Food insecurity. We have food deserts in a lot of areas that are very impoverished and stuff. So the unemployment, bracing for it. I just want people to think about food is already, depending on where you buy food at, you're going to spend $300 to $400 a week in food. There's no way to get around it. I spend a good bit a week for myself. So, Colorado, stock up on non-perishable items. Stretch your ingredients. So, y'all, I just want people to think about if you got elderly people, think about all these people or people how they're going to make it. This is where we're at. Mr. Dix, Dr. Dix, or Dr. Dix, whatever. In your opinion, what amount of money shouldn't their 30s have the best chances of survival? That's kind of a tough question to answer. I would say as much as possible, but you got to remember the average American only had $1,000, Dave, are in their account. So, I mean, it depends on what job you make and what kind of extra money you have. Somebody else, y'all could chime in the comments, but I would say as much as possible. When you say survival, Dave, are you talking about for years, a couple of months through this recession, or what? Let us know. Only low paying jobs are available in the federal government without graduate school. Yep. You can't work in the federal government unless you have certain jobs you can make money, but the jobs that really pay money, you got to have the degree. Medicaid and CHIP is also being cut. Let's see, what is CHIP? I'm about to Google that. Learn something new tonight. Oh, Children's Health Insurance Program. Thank you, Nikki. Never even heard of that. Learn something new tonight. Let's see. CHIP being cut. For kids. Let's see. Here's Georgetown. This is from last year. Yeah, what can be done to help them from becoming uninsured? Oh, I didn't even never heard of this before, Chip. This is from last year, y'all. So that was last year, at least 6.7. So I'm pretty sure this amount is higher now than what it used to be. But wow. Let me just go to news. This is something else, y'all. I have to look up. Never heard of this before. Wow. So everybody's in danger. Medicare, kids, stuff. So thank you for bringing that to us. Retail stores, y'all are scheduled to close. Yeah, Walmart, cashier jobs will be gone. Yeah, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS. Although, yeah, Walmart closed all their Walmarts in Portland, Oregon. I mean, not Portland, Oregon, Oregon. Food pantry, yep. Now we run out of meat and get 1 pack of meat per family. So, y'all, it's been about an hour and 2 minutes. I don't want to take no more y'all current time up. I appreciate y'all joining. If you have not subscribed to my channel, okay, I'm gonna take Dave. The amount of money in your 30s to be a good chat for time in your 60s. Oh man, I would say at least about $30,000, 30 to 40. And it depends on if you're gonna take that money and invest it too. Man, to retire, to be honest, Dave, if I'm 38, man, I ain't even thinking about retirement. There's not gonna be any money in Social Security, man. I'm gonna tell you, you do best to invest your money into real estate properties. Watch Erica's channel, or try to come up and invest in stuff. Try to retire earlier, man. Don't wait till your 60s. I'm not. I'm trying to invest everything I can and give it all I can right now. I'm gonna be 39 in May, so man, there ain't gonna be no retirement. We'll be working till you don't have no money. So again, y'all, it's been an hour and 3 minutes. I've had 24 people here. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You know, I'm taking one of Erica's hands, the ball from her. But y'all, just make sure you got your affairs in order. The recession is here. Regardless of what economists say, we are in deep shit. I'm going to just say it. It is trouble on the horizon, along with the automation, along with the recession, along with the price of food, along with the war in Ukraine, and the United States has sent $100 billion over there, along with the stuff with Russia and China, along with the TikTok stuff. I'm gonna be honest, they need to go ahead and cancel TikTok. I don't know why everybody was mad when Trump was trying to do it, but now everybody's acting all happy. That's a whole nother story. But we are in for some turbulent times. I might be back on here Sunday, but tomorrow I will be dropping a video titled "It's Receipt Time in Life." That is the title of the video. So again, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all tuning in on this Thursday. Follow me on Instagram. My name is King of Automation. My name is Dr. Patrick Dix on LinkedIn. And I'm on Instagram, like Instagram King of Automation. And the Dix Consulting Group is my website. So again, y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all on the next live one. And peace.